All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the afternoon tune. I'm your host, Josh, and with me is my special guest host today, Chris from the Black Stubs podcast. How's it going, Chris?
It's going pretty well, Josh. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pleasure for you to be on as always. Love having Chris on, frequent collaborator here. Does amazing reactions there on TikTok. Has an IG page there where he posts some of the reels there as well. For you people, hey, TikTok just came back. If you deleted TikTok off your phone, they just put it back on the U.S. Apple Store, so you don't have to do the whole thing where you have to pretend to be Canadian and eat Canadian bacon and all that good stuff. You can just be a regular U.S. citizen again and download it from the app there. So that is good there. Chris, let people know about you. What's going on? What's coming up next? All that good stuff.
Yes, I am Chris, one half of the Black Stubs. Sam recently came back on. He showed his face. He talked about One Piece. I'm sorry, his bit doesn't look as but he did it at his apartment. He sat down, recorded it, sent it to me, and I saved it on my phone, posted it. But yeah, that's Sam. This is like his third thing he's done in like 2 years. But yes, we are the Black Stubs, and he's a big anime guy. So if you're into anime, hit him up for sure. But I
Did he
talk
knit
about
that himself? The hat? Did he knit that himself?
no, that was a gift. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Sam, his circle knows how much he loves One Piece. They know how much One Piece means to him. So he's always getting these really cool, thoughtful One Piece gifts. But yeah, the Black Stubs is just talking about the movies and television that we're watching, enjoying, passionate about, whatnot. And you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Let's see here. I recently saw, yeah, you have it right there. I'm currently watching the latest Marvel Studios animated series, Family Neighborhood Spider-Man. That's really good. I'm surprised they're not marketing that more, considering Spider-Man is such like a major IP for them. But I'm really loving it, even though the animation is what is a little iffy for me, but similar to What If. I saw Love Hurts, Kiwi Kwan's first time leading a movie. Like he's actually at the top of the call sheet, and he has charisma. He's a star. The movie was not good. It was pretty lackluster. It never found its own identity. Great action sequences, and again, Key is just he has his own aura, his own presence, and he's great. But the movie itself was not. What else? Today I did see Captain America: Brave New World. Very similar to the Marvels, a movie I personally did enjoy, and Gladiator 2. I could feel there was a lot missing. I could feel there was a lot left on the cutting room floor. I could feel that it was an incomplete film, hence the 1 hour and 58-minute runtime. It's and like most Captain America movies, those are tentpole films, and they're at least 2 hours and 15 minutes. Because they have something to say with a fully fledged storyline. But yeah, I liked what we got. I think despite heavy rumors of reshoots and having to cut half the movie and then reshoot half of the movie, they put together something that was for me at least cohesive, and the story itself made sense, even though it required them to go all the way back to phase one. Spoiler alert: the plot is heavily intertwined with the Incredible Hulk from 2008, dealing with Thaddeus Ross and his kind of closing his arc in a way. But Anthony Mackie is a star, and he is great as Sam Wilson and great as Captain America. And I like how this movie did kind of address how he's going to do the job without the serum. How is he going to compensate without being a super soldier himself, with flying, vibranium suit, vibranium shield, and you know, it highlighted that Steve chose him because he's a good man, not a perfect soldier. Now, where they definitely could have, dived deeper in,
Mhm.
the elephant in the room, he's a black Captain America. They didn't really dive into that the way they did in Falcon Winter Soldier. I think the show did it better, honestly. And also Isaiah Bradley. That's a really good opportunity to dive deep into the history. They call him in the movie the Forgotten Captain America. Back in the 50s, Steve is still on ice and Bucky is still the Winter Soldier. The United States needed someone to counteract Hydra, and they got this black soldier, gave him the serum, and he met him out there, 1951, in the 50s during the Korean War, and he didn't get the glory for being a hero that Steve got. He got thrown in jail. There was a lot that the show handled better than this movie did, and that's kind of disappointing considering this is Anthony Mackie's first time leading a Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, not just a project, but a movie. Um, so overall, I don't think it's as bad as some folks have said it is. It's definitely an incomplete movie, but I still liked it for what it was. I hope we get more of Anthony Mackie leading the Avengers, hopefully someday.
So right now, it is at 51% on Rotten Tomatoes critic wise, but 79% as far as audience score goes there. It has the lowest, I think, cinema score out of any Marvel movie at B minus. So it has that one. And we did a review for it yesterday. We did a review. I'm going to do a spoiler review for it Monday. Get more into details because there's a character I couldn't mention in the regular review. So I'm going to get into all into that. Yeah, I thought it was, I give it a low stream it. I think it's better than Eternals. I think it's better than the Marvels. I don't think it's the worst Marvel movie we've gotten. I do think that it suffers from, yeah, a lot of kind of the reshoots and the clunky kind of dialogue there to try to catch people up on information. Like there's a scene where Harrison Ford was playing Thunderbolt Ross in this, where he's talking to a Secret Service agent, and he's going like, "Have you spoke to Betty, my daughter?" It's like, you know what I mean? Like, I think the Secret Service agent would know that Betty's his daughter and everything. It's like, okay, but yeah, so there's a lot of stuff like that, and you could tell like they're trying to jam in, all this expository dialogue, and it just kind of comes off as really clunky and flat. And then, yeah, I mean, I think it helps to, maybe you do need to see Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and you do need to see Endgame and the Incredible Hulk and Eternals, and all these things there to really get all the context of kind of what's going on in it. But I think even with people who don't like it, it seems the one thing coming out of it is go like Anthony Mackie was good, and Anthony Mackie is really good, and he's really good at taking up the mantle of Captain America. And I do like how they bring back, like, he does feel distinct from Steve Rogers. They bring his counseling experience into things and how he's very good at talking to people and bringing the best out in people. So I do like that with it. But yeah, so Captain America: Brave New World. So if people want to check it out, yeah, people can check out your reactions. You always posting up those fresh, hot reactions, hot takes there on TikTok there. So I still have to watch Invincible. I know season 3 just premiered. I'm gonna wait till Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man finishes up. I think they released 3 episodes a week. Right now.
Mhm.
I think this upcoming week will be the last batch of episodes we're gonna be doing. Um, and then you don't watch Cobra Kai, right?
Watch what?
Cobra Kai?
No,
Yeah. Um,
but I should because I love the Karate Kid franchise, the movies.
yeah. So that the final part of season 6 is coming out. So this is the very final season of that show. So I'll do that Friday, and do that. But this is your IG there. People can check it
Yeah.
out, and doing all that stuff right there.
What is your tier above Stream It?
Tune in.
Tune in. I would give Brave New World a tune in.
Okay,
Yeah, tune in.
tune in. Okay,
I
cool.
wasn't. I wanted to love it, but I didn't. It was just
Uh, oh, you froze there. Chris froze. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get him back. Uh, oh, there you go. Froze there for a minute. You said yeah, you wanted to love it, and then you cut off. What'd you say?
Oh, I wanted to love it, but it was just okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you think it's better than the Marvels? Better than Eternals? Better than?
Because of my investment in the character, yes. Even though I am very invested in Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, um, going into this movie, there was definitely a sense of pride. You know, a black man, you know, bearing the mantle, and you know, it would have been better if that was you know, it was mentioned in the film, and if there was any public backlash, because of course there would be. This country is built on racism, and isn't it's white supremacy is embedded in the infrastructure. Like, why would they not comment? But they didn't. Uh, but yeah, um, it was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, I think he deserved better than
Yeah,
what he got there.
definitely.
So yeah, doing a spoiler review for it Monday there with Sage from Radio and Maturity. Nick is going to be joining me. Maybe Hunter from the Real Pineapple Podcast will be joining me there and do that. And then also doing State of Play on Monday. This upcoming Friday, got a stream there. Us and Nick will be joining me, hopefully, doing a review for the new Osgood Perkins film, The Monkey. This is his other film after Long Legs. And then Paddington in Peru. I have to see that. And then, like I said, review Cobra Kai. And then maybe this weekend I'll try to do the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man since that's going to be finishing up on the 19th. And yeah, do all that good stuff. Man, I see you haven't done a reaction for Hard Eye. Hard Eye is really good. Hard Eye is pretty good there.
It's not
Uh,
scary.
uh, it's kind of goofy. It's a little goofy.
Okay.
It's not really scary. It's kind of goofy there.
Okay. Maybe.
Yeah. But I had it's a funny movie. It's got Mason Gooding in there from Scream, and that's the only. Oh, and it's got Jordana Brewster from Fast and Furious. She's in it,
Okay.
and they do a joke in it, a Hobbs and Shaw joke in it, which is
Really?
yeah. So she has a partner. I think her name is Shaw, and her partner name is Hobbs, and then they're both Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's funny. I think it's kind of like it's kind of like Scream or like Happy Death Day or something like that. Did you like? Have you seen Happy Death Day?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. That's kind of in that vein of kind of
Okay.
funny, kind of horror movie there. But yeah, so it is Valentine's Day weekend there. People enjoying that. Do you have any plans this weekend? Anything going on happening?
This is the first Valentine's Day in 8 years that I've been alone. So,
Okay.
no plans, just chilling, going to the gym, eating healthy, drinking a lot of water, going to the movies. A lot of self care, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring up some bad memories, bad times and all there. But yeah, hey, people out there, man, like you said, self care. I mean, hey, nothing wrong with yourself being the Valentine.
exactly.
Nothing wrong with that.
How about
Uh,
you, Josh? How about you? Anyone?
I got some going on Sunday. I'll be going to this art club thing in
Nice.
here in town. So it looks cool, looks nice.
Nice.
So it's like a mixture of like an art museum, I guess, plus a club, I guess, type thing.
Cool.
So that's nice. But yeah, yeah. So I got that. But like I said, watching movies, trying to watch all these movies here. Doing that. I'm. Oh, I forgot. I got to see. I'm still here. That's the last best picture nominee I have to see because I've watched all the other ones except that one. So
Okay.
I have to watch that. Have you seen all of them?
No, I haven't seen the Brutalist. I'm not watching Amelia Perez. What else is not? I think I've seen Honora. What else is nominated for Best Picture?
Nickel Boys, The Brutalist, Conclave. Um, what else is there? Amelia Perez, like you said. What else is there? I'm
Dune.
still here. Dune, yeah, that's nominated as well. Yeah, man, what else is nominated? I like who they got to host. They got Conan O'Brien. I like that. They got him to host. But yeah, yeah, like I said, I think we talked about before. This is kind of a weaker year
Yeah,
compared.
I've only seen Honora and Dune.
Wicked or Substance,
Oh,
uh,
I've seen Wicked.
Conclave, yeah, the Complete Unknown. So I've seen all of them except I'm Still Here. Yeah, I've seen everything. Nickel, I think you like Nickel Boys. I think you like
Okay.
that. Um,
I didn't even check it out.
yeah. So that's based on a book. It's based on a book there. I didn't know about this because it's based on a real life, like the Nickel Boy Academy, in Florida. And always some fucked up shit's happening in Florida. So yeah, it was interesting to learn about that through that film. But yeah, I think The Brutalist is gonna be Best Picture. I think that's
Another
gonna
one.
go. That seems like the clear choice. Than it there. All right. But speaking of Valentine's Day weekend, we got a nice film there. I put up for a poll. Usually during certain months there, try to do themed movie reviews. Is Black History Month. Happy Black History Month to you there, Chris. Um,
Happy Black History Month, Josh.
yeah, this may be our last one, so you better enjoy it. You know, we might not be getting another one, man. This might be it. So
This will be our last one.
yeah, so I say enjoy it. Suck it in, man. This might be the last one. They
So,
really about to turn MLK's dream into a dream. That's the only memory you're ever gonna have of it, man.
your
So
dream.
yeah, so
Oh man, that's too funny. Yeah. The Gulf of America, right? The
Gulf
Gulf of
of America.
the Gulf of the United States of America.
Yeah. So
Idiot.
uh hey, enjoy this one while you can. So what won the poll is If Beale Street Could Talk, which is the Barry Jenkins movie. Barry Jenkins, people might know him. He was director of Mufasa. It just came out there. Famous Mufasa director there. Oh, you don't like Mufasa?
I thought you were gonna say Moonlight.
Oh, Moonlight. Oh no, I was saying Mufasa. Yeah,
Mufasa. No. Academy Award winner, Best Picture, Moonlight.
yeah. I think Mufasa. Yeah, that's what people know Mufasa there.
No.
But which we did. I think we did review Moonlight last year for Black History Month. We did review that film, the other Barry Jenkins film, and I love Moonlight. I think Moonlight's really amazing. I
It's
think it's one of the
fantastic.
best movie of the 21st century. There, I think it's on my list there of one of the movies. I love Moonlight a lot, and enjoy it quite a bit. And this was a very movie after he did Moonlight, so it was 2 years after that.
Mm.
Have you ever seen his TV show, The Underground Railroad? Have you ever seen that?
No, I have not.
Okay. Yeah, I hear that's really good. I hear it's very good there. Underground Railroad. Um, yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna queue up this review, get my notes ready, and we go ahead and discuss it there. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Mm. Okay. Okay, so our first and only review of the day is going to be for the Barry Jenkins film "If Beale Street Could Talk." "If Beale Street Could Talk" is a movie there starring Kiki Lane and Stephen Jones. There, Kiki Lane stars as a character named Tish, and then Stephen James stars a character as Alonzo. It deals with these two young couple there in love there, and this is also based on the acclaimed novel from famous author there, James Baldwin. There, this is his 1974 novel, and it tells the story of this man who is Alonzo there, who is in prison there. He's been accused of sexually assaulting a woman. In the midst of all this, he has his girlfriend, who's Tish, who's pregnant. And when you're seeing him in prison, the movie also details of how they met each other, how they fell in love with each other, how their families are kind of conflicting. There's tension there between the two families, Tish's family and Alonzo's family. Um, and then one thing, because this is my first time ever seeing this movie, I have not seen it before. And I was like, wow, this is like an all-star cast of people in this film. I mean, you got Regina King, you got Coleman Domingo, you got Tiana Paris is in this. You have hell, we got a Marvel person in here. Dominique Thorne is also in this. You got Riri Williams is in here. Diego Luna. You got the Rebel himself, Star Wars Rebel character in here. You got also Pedro Pascal makes a brief appearance in here. I was like, damn, this is a stacked cast. Brian Tyree Henry. Yeah, just an amazing cast of people in this film. And yeah, I've heard so much about it. I mean, Barry Jenkins, I said previously, we reviewed his other film during Black History Month, Moonlight, which I love Moonlight. I think Moonlight is one of the best movies of the 21st century. So I was eager to finally check this film out. Chris, what are your thoughts on If Beale Street Could Talk?
So this movie for me is special for a few reasons. 2018 was the year I was introduced to Letterbox. Before this, I was just sharing my thoughts on Twitter, just tweeting like my thoughts on what I was seeing. And this came out at the end of the year, and I thought my end of the year was going to be a two-way tie for number one. Was going to be between Black Panther and Annihilation, the Natalie Portman sci-fi film.
Mm.
And then this movie came out at the very end, and I'm like, never mind. This is my number one. Um, yeah, I already loved Moonlight. It was my favorite film the year it came out, and I was so happy when they got it wrong. They said La La Land, but it was actually Moonlight. I was very happy. So this movie, Barry Jenkins is very so similar to Spike Lee in the way he's a black filmmaker. He makes films starring with a black cast, and he knows how to make black people look so beautiful on screen. Like the color, no matter what shade, like the color of their skin, whether it's Moonlight or if Beale Street Can Talk, the, the the black people, they look beautiful, and the close-ups, Barry Jenkins close-ups are the best. And this movie, like you said, like this is for me, this was a rewatch, and I forgot how many people were in this movie. I was like, whoa, like this is like Coleman Domingo. This was the first time I think I ever saw him in anything, but there was something about his performance and his presence that felt like I've known him for so long. Like he was one of these Hollywood OGs who I've seen countless times, but it wasn't. This was the first time I've seen him in a movie, and he's gone on to do so many amazing things since then. Stephen James, I saw him in this, and then the next year he was in 21 Bridges with Chadwick Boseman. They had really good chemistry there. Regina King, I think she won the Oscar for this film. I
Yeah,
believe, yeah, she did,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And yeah, Dominique Thorne. I was like, oh, that's Riri Williams. That's crazy. Anjanou Ellis Taylor, who's amazing. Michael Beach, Diego Luna, Brian Tyree Henry, Dave Franco.
Yeah.
He's like everyone is in this movie. Yeah, it's a beautiful film, and Nicholas Britell, the composer, his score,
Oh
um,
yeah.
whether if it's Eden or Harlem or Agape, like this score is all over TikTok. Like it's used for so many different sounds, so many different edits, because it's just sweeping and beautiful and whimsical. And that's what a score should do. It should accompany what you're seeing, and that's how I would describe If Bill Street Can Talk. It is beautiful, even though the story itself is tragic because Lonnie, wait, is it Lonnie or Fani, Alfonso, he's innocent. He didn't do what he's being accused of, and he has a child on the way with his childhood sweetheart. There is tragedy to the story, but these when these characters are smiling, you kind of you have hope, and you realize you know it's the story itself is bleak, the subject matter, but everything surrounding it is beautiful. So it's Barry Jenkins doing what he does best and kind of playing with those different kind of dynamics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this and with Moonlight, I mean, really put him on the map, I think, as being one of the premier, if I mean, Moonlight didn't do it already, as one of the premier directors in Hollywood there. And, always great to see black directors, kind of come up making such great movies, having such a great voice to be kind of to express their art in that. And you mentioned um, the look of this film, gorgeous looking film, the way he
Yeah.
kind of shoots people and the way he shoots things, real eye there for that, which is really amazing. In this, the cinematographer on this movie, James Lexton, is the cinematographer on that. Really just gorgeous looking that movie. And the same thing also happened with Moonlight as well. And that's why, I kind of give him a pass for something like Mufasa. It's like, I mean, I understand you gotta get the check, sometimes you gotta get the check. It's all right with that. And yeah, I mean, with Beale Street Talk, you mentioned the Academy Award for Regina King, who Regina King has just had this great career. I mean, in the latter part, people know her for being in so many things there. I mean, people know her as, especially her voice, being Huey and Riley from the Boondocks. which was a great performance there. Sister Night and Watchmen, which I thought she was amazing. Which she just got put on the list of one of the 100 best television performances in the 21st century. There for her performance in Watchmen, and then
Nice.
this film, as far as the Academy goes, so this was it was nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, Best Original Score, and then of course Regina King for Best Supporting Actress. She won for that. So I thought that was incredibly amazing there for that film as well there. Um, the score you mentioned, because yeah, I've heard this score all throughout. I was like, oh, that's where that's from. Because I did hear the sound. I've heard this sound on TikTok plenty of times. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
I was like, "Oh, that is where this is from."
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And it's such a yeah, such a beautiful score in the way that's done. It didn't end up winning though for the original score there. That's a shame there. And this the score here in this film was done by let me see here.
Nicholas Patel.
Nicholas Patel, yeah,
Yeah,
who had no music for it, and he
he's
does a
great.
fantastic job, and then it just matches the beat of the movie so perfectly well, with that, which I thought was fantastic and amazing. What do you think? I mean, this being such kind of a uh, darker story, kind of the way it kind of turns a little bit. And a lot of people talk about, black trauma porn, their struggle movies, and that may be difficult for people to watch. There is do you get some of that watching If Bill Street Could Talk?
Not from If Bill Street Can Talk. Not like as much as I love Judas and the Black Messiah, that movie, there's a lot of black folk getting killed by racist, hateful white folk, and that is can be hard to watch. Even though I love that film, and that was my favorite film of 2021. Um, Bill Street is not like that. There is blatant racism with white cops and young black folk, or a white passing Latin person, or just accusing this young black man of doing something he didn't do, because he wasn't even like, I believe, like, I have the movie on right now. It's on mute, but I'm pretty sure he had an alibi. Like, he wasn't even there the night she said this happened at this time at this, like he is clearly innocent, but because of the time and because he's a young black man, the system is against him, and he doesn't really have, um, an easy way out. So, it you could argue that it teeters on the trauma, on the black trauma porn, but I've definitely we've seen worse films, not worse films, but films that have stronger examples of black trauma.
Mm, yeah. Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, I mean, I get some people may say that with this film because it deals with him, Alonzo, in prison and him being falsely accused. 'Cause that's just so much is, about real life and kind of drawn from real life experiences there. That's a very serious problem in the world, as people know. And then I know some people is like, I just want to see a movie, and I just want to be filled with joy and love and happiness there, and I don't want to see something too sad and depressing. So if you're maybe one of these people, maybe this is not completely for you. There, and I do understand where people coming from when they say that of having more just black movies, not dealing with kind of all that kind of going on. A black movie that came out. I wasn't too huge of a fan of it. I didn't think it was that remarkable, but I thought it was solid. Did you ever see the movie The Photograph? Did you ever see that movie?
I did.
Yeah, that's with Lakeith Stanfield and Issa Rae, and
Hmm.
it's not remarkable. It's okay, but it's like okay, it's a nice, cute love story type movie there that doesn't deal with too much, trauma or anything like that in it, which I thought was good. So there's that. But man, I mean, the performances here all around, everybody, like I said, just does such a stellar job in this movie, and just the way that just kind of this movie takes you to all the different points in this movie is really also really amazing, and the way the movie's told, because it is narrated by Tish, who's Kiki Lane there, and so it kind of does feel like you're kind of has that book type feeling to it of with the narration of her describing these events, and it's using James Baldwin's writing,
Hmm.
which James Baldwin obviously is one of the greatest writers that we've ever had, um, to be so kind of descriptive in his language and creative and imaginative there. So when these people are saying these words, it really puts it to life and really, breathes life into them. I found that very amazing. And like there's a sequence where she's describing like her experience at, when the baby's kicking and how that makes her feel. And she, it's like Muhammad Ali and she's on the ropes and everything like that. Like I thought that was really good and really special there. But yeah, and you see Regina King, who in this movie is the mother of Tish, and how she almost, I mean, she becomes NCIS. She starts doing investigation. She goes to Puerto Rico there. He starts trying to figure this case out and get to the bottom of it, which leads to some really great scenes there. So that's really great as well. I mean, there's really no weak link in this movie at all when it comes to the cast there. A little bit there. I did think Paige Besky. I mean, when he comes on, he's a little kind of stereotypical, kind of maybe Latino guy a little bit, but I still think he was really good in it there. So I appreciate that a lot. I forgot to mention even Angela Ellis, like even the little bit she's in the movie, like I think she's only in the movie for like one sequence,
Yeah,
one scene. Ingenue Nellis, like if you can't get a black mother, like if you can't get Angela Bassett or if you can't get Viola Davis, Ingenue Ellis is probably the backup. She's the backup to the backup, and Ingenue Ellis is the black mother to Stephen James's character Alonzo, and she always is also really amazing there.
she's a great
Um,
actress. Yeah, she's great.
yeah, she's fantastic and delivers a phenomenal performance there here. And she was actually also just recently in Nickel Boys, just recently there, and she does great. So yeah, I mean, I loved really watching this movie and just the beauty of this movie. I mean, this is what cinema is all about. Really, I said the same thing about watching Sing Sing, which Coleman Domingo was in Sing Sing. I think he does a fantastic job there, as well. Do you have any issues with this movie?
I have no issues with this movie. I do want to see Stephen James in more things. I think him and Boyega could play brothers in something. They should do something together. Um,
Mm,
or maybe we can put him in the MCU or put him in James Gunn's new DC universe. But I want to see him in something. I know he's a Canadian actor. I know he's from Canada. But I want to see him more things. Um, Coleman Domingo, he's the best. I have no notes. This was, I gave it 5 stars, and yeah, this was my favorite film of 2018. Yeah, it was fantastic.
yeah, yeah. So on a scale, yeah, I'd be this is cinema for it. Stephen James has been in things like you mentioned, 21 Bridges. He was also Selma there, where he played John Lewis. He was also
Yeah,
in
he was in Selma. That's right.
he was in Race, where he played Jesse Owens. He was in that as well.
Yeah, I keep forgetting that was like his kind of his claim to fame. That role really got him like some attention.
Yeah, so he was in that. I haven't seen Race,
I
and I
need
s-
neither have I. I need to see that. I need to watch it.
yeah, I haven't. I don't think I haven't seen Selma either, actually.
I've
Um, hey, that's going there, Lucky Dog Podcast. How's it going there, man? Much appreciated. There. Yeah. I mean, so if you, I mean, interested to check it out, it is on Disney Plus right now. But you have to have a Hulu subscription. So if you have Hulu, then you can just check it out on Hulu, or if you got it all together, then you can watch it on Disney Plus there. But I highly recommend people check this out. I mean, it was one of the best movies of 2018 when it came out. Totally understand why. Do the direction, do the writing of it, and this is Barry Jenkins is listed as a co-writer on this, along with the amazing writing of James Baldwin. The performances, the cinematography for the music of the film is very beautiful. Like, I just would want to listen to a soundtrack. I think just get the soundtrack of it. I mean, it'd be cool just to listen to that and just chill out to that with this film. So I would give it a really high peak. Loved it. Really, really loved it a lot in this, and just how all the characters interact with each other, and just seeing this family and being prepared to step up for this kid, in the time of when this kid needs it, which I thought was amazing there. So yeah, absolutely high peak for me for if Bill Street could talk there, and this is cinema for Chris Black Stubbs podcast there, for this film. So yeah,
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 whatever the highest rank is, that's what I give it.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that was our review for If Bell Street Could Talk. Be heading out of here. Thank you, Chris. Thanks for joining me for this short review, man. Much appreciated. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna rate somebody. I see. Who's on right now? I'll go ahead and raid Mini Portables on right now. I'll go ahead and give her a raid. Um, Chris, what you got going on? What you got coming up next? Everything like that, man.
Once again, yes, I am Chris, and you can follow the Black Stubs for reactions for movies and television on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. I do take recommendations. You know, if you want to DM me and leave me a message, if there's something you think I should be watching or something that you want my opinion on, let me know. I'll check it out and I'll tag you when I talk about it. Um, and yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna watch. I'm a AMC A-list member, so I have 4 free movies a week. I'm gonna see Captain America again tomorrow morning, just to make sure I'm not crazy for liking it. Um, um, I don't think I'm gonna like it even more, but I want to see if I like it any less, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah. But so I'm gonna see it again because I have that freedom to. I can just walk in and I'll pay for a $7 large drink, but besides that, yeah, I'm gonna do that again. And I'm gonna watch New Invincible. I'm gonna finish the last few episodes of Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur. Bittersweet, love that show. Um, and then I'm gonna watch there's new episodes dropping of Spider-Man, so there's some good animation for me to catch up on and react to. So be on the lookout for that.
very cool. If you can check it out here on TikTok, right here, Black Stubs. People also can check it out right here on IG. They're pushing up those fresh takes there, those reels, those TikToks there, all great stuff there. So make sure to check him out. Great creator, Chris is. Highly recommend checking him out. Following him if you can. He's an awesome guy. So I'm gonna send you all to Mini Portable. Mini Portables watching some NXT there, wrestling content creator. So yeah, I'll do that, and I'll be back Monday doing a spoiler review for Captain America: Brave New World with Sage from Radio Future and Nick there, and possibly Hunter from the Real Pineapple Podcast. Thank you, Lucky Dog Podcast, for stopping by. All people, stay tuned. Peace.